Hello, everyone. Welcome. Blessings. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Miss Lala. How are you, love? Hello, Pashi. Okay, collectives. I want to thank our Lord, our Savior, our Father. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to get into the general here for most of my collectives. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and help as many people as I can as possible. Okay, collectives. And then if I do have further time, I'll go into the astrology. Okay. Be sure to share, follow, like, and support the live. Right. So I do want to indicate something when it comes to the general collectives. Okay. Now I'm sensing an energy here. Okay. And I know a lot of people could be feeling a sense of disappointment. Disappointment doesn't have to necessarily be in regards to just our own failures, right? It could be indicative to someone that we, may have had some sort of long term connection with, right? Family, foe, you name it. Um, Hopefully, all of my collectives gets out of that energy, okay? This is why God gives us eternal life, gives us, a chance a day to start anew, to start fresh, to have different mindsets, views, and perspectives, especially when it comes to those that you have a history with. Please understand that that too, okay, will not last. I do believe that the feeling is overall temporary, okay, just temporary. I do believe that a lot of you will come together with those that you do care about, right? Even when it comes to a sense of accomplishments, okay, hopefully we all pray that everyone can see us, um, progress and accomplish something. And overall, those that do care about us, perhaps, and felt a need of disappointment, that they're part of that progress. Not all is lost, collectives, not all is lost, okay? Be patient and connect with God, work with God, tell God to help you utilize and understand, okay, what is the importance of connecting with your people, importance of those that had history with you, and what is of the importance when it comes to memories, okay? Right? Do not focus on what was lost. Instead of focus on what was gained and what did you understand from what was lost, and just continue to be in your strength and move forward. Okay. The other thing also that I'm sensing too as well, collectives, okay, it does bring me to a mournful type of feeling, okay? A lot, a lot. I do believe for most of people, mournful doesn't have to mean, that you lost someone. Okay, it could be a feeling of loss in regards to any kind of loss, okay? um, Try to acknowledge and accept this loss. And like I said, all of this is temporary, it is not permanent. Okay, we learn each and every day as we lose. It doesn't mean that doors are not opening for us, it doesn't mean that there's something bigger and better for us. Okay, it allows us to become a stronger, much wiser, better person. All right, and that when you do connect, okay, when you do strive to survive and to continue on your path here each and every day that you give praise to God, it allows you to heal properly. Okay, I'm not saying you cannot mourn losses, okay, but I do understand that from a loss you can gain so much more, because then your understanding of your worth and of your value and how important you are to God. Okay? Thank you, Father. Now, on the hopeless aspect too, as well, okay? This energy has to change. Everyone that is striving to survive, everyone that is alive, you're not hopeless. There's a meaning and a purpose to everyone. Don't ever feel like you're not enough or part of enough. You're very important. Okay? You are very valuable. Okay? Everyone has a different reasoning as to why you're on ground, as to why, you're in this world. You make this world. The world doesn't make itself. Okay? Now, when it comes to the crystals, okay, um, for disappointment, mournful, or hopeless, we have galena, we have aquamarine, and we have imperial topaz. Okay? Let's clarify on what I indicated just now on the general. All right? I know not every day is roses. I get it. When we're feeling that pain, when we're feeling that heartache, when we're feeling hurt, okay, just know that as the days go by, as the time goes by, you know that you have to continue further with your path. Okay, you have to move on. Okay. So we got lack, worry, and assistance. Okay. And then we got compromise, self-control, and moderation. Okay, and that speaks of gaining some sort of balance within your path and your life and the reasoning as to why you're here. Be of wise counsel, collectives. Okay, it is important to be of wise counsel for yourselves. And if you have to communicate and connect with others, okay, to know what is the actual reasoning as to why you're here, to know that we're not and shouldn't be living by society overall, but that's just how we were wired to be. I believe that there's more to life than just societal needs. Okay. All right, so we're going to be learning, you're going to be understanding, especially when it comes to your sense of traditions from back then. A lot of you are changing your perception and how things used to be, how things used to be utilized. Okay, so yeah, be with people that are open, that are in tune, that are completely wise here, to an extent where they know how to balance these things. Okay, collectives, let's get into everyone's questions. Let's see first. Hello, Adela. Hello, Krista. How are you, everyone? Cobra, you sound. Oh, I do. Can you hear me now? And then we have Simran. Collectives, just make sure, okay, that you're following and sharing and liking, and that you're being supportive towards the live. Okay, I will help all of you one by one. All right. Hello, Krista. How are you? Thank you, Break of Dawn. Anna. Okay. Spirits, like just go through the list. Okay, so Anna. Let's go one by one, collectives. Okay. Um, I'm wonderful. Hey, Pashi. Miguel, you're a Capricorn. Okay. Hi, Sarita. How are you? We'll do Capricorn. We'll get into it. Okay. I'm all for the people. Yes, Nasam. Yes, you can. And then we have Kevin. Nasam. Take care. Then we have Simran. All right, collectives. Krista said Aquarius. Thank you, Krista. And then Break of Dawn has a question. Let's get into it. All right, collectives. Thank you for the support, Break of Dawn. I will respond to you. And then we have Saran, Miguel, and the Sam. All right, once I call your names, collectives, okay, just be patient with me. I'll go through the listing accordingly, okay? Just make sure you're being supportive, and then we'll clarify, okay? All right, let's see, Break of Dawn 14. Thank you, Father. Let's see. Okay, Break of Dawn. Spirit keeps telling me he has important, vital appointments and that he's busy. It's not that he doesn't want to text you. It's 3:21 now. Late evening, 8, 9, 10. Between 8 p.m., 10 p.m. You should receive a text. 8 p.m., 10 p.m. Spirit saying he's seen your text. He wanted to respond, he couldn't. Multiple people around him, about 2 or 3 sitting by his side, having discussions. So it's like it's not a distraction. It's just there's things that this person is trying to resolve, get done, take care of. There could be higher up above his head. Just circumstances that he has to, that is vital for him to take care of and to tend to. Like between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right, 10 of Earth, prosperity, security, tradition. And this could be you, sleepless nights. Could also be him worried, maybe because he believes that you may think something else, and it's not the case. 10 of Earth, prosperity, security, tradition. Okay, you see the pentacles up there? Money. 9 of Air. And that could be at night. So you might think about him at night before you rest, before you go to sleep. King of Earth. Yeah, this person's going to be pretty determined to contact you, okay? 7 of Fire. So he's going to put stuff on pause, okay? Because I'm getting there's too much request, too much neediness on his behalf, okay? Because we have the 7 of Fire. Also, he looked at your message too. But there's too much going on. And then we have King of Earth, generous, prosperous, and successful. All right? Yeah, and I do believe that that's why there's that 7 of Fire, okay? Even though he wanted to be determined here, there's people in front of him, okay? And then there was a resistance. He wanted to text. Trust me, he wanted to text. Because he's very trustworthy, okay? But he is also successful, okay? It's like if people were looking at him, you know, like in his business, he kind of put it down. Yeah, see, 7 of Air. He was being cautious, very cautious, okay? He was being very cautious because there were people looking at him. But then he's going to take action, okay? He's going to take action towards you, Empress. Okay, so Simran, if you're still in here, Miguel, Nassam. He's seen your text. Yes. You should know how successful he is. He is a successful person, but very busy ultimately. Okay. Ariana, will Fred ask me to marry him? That is in the back of his head, yes. but not right now. Psalms 31. He sees you as a Psalms 31 person. Psalms 31. Psalms 30. 31. As an empress. It's very overprotective. Always asking you, are you okay? What you're doing? Also very concerned for you. Very good with communication. Very direct. Very straightforward. Very sincere about you. But overprotective. He will protect you. But not right now. He will. But not this year. Soon. Yeah, intuitively you know that. But this man is very wise and he's very patient. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. Ariana, don't be in your head and do not be conflicted or annoyed because he's not asking for your hand now. And it has nothing to do with you. So you should not be feeling sad or sorrow. But something you're holding in here. So allow yourself time to heal. Okay, Maya. Just going back. Hello, Kyla. How are you? Collectors, just make sure that you share, follow, and like, okay? And also support the live, okay? Um, thank you, Spirit. Let's see. Angel. In and out type of energy. Hello, Jase. Yes, love, put your question below. I see you. Thank you for the support. So, let's see here. I'm just going back. Lashonda. It's an in and out energy. But Lashonda, you're hopeful. You're being very hopeful when it comes to this person. But this person is not hopeful of himself. First saying this person might cause you some sort of confusion sometimes. To the point where there's times that you don't know where you stand with him. Your intention is pure. with this person, but ultimately a sense of confidence. It weighs down on this person whether or not they can be capable and able to go further. And that speaks of responsibilities. So this person is not a planner. This person just goes with the flow of things, the energy, how this person feels in a sense. This person has to understand that they need to know how to control their emotions, not take it out on you. So there's still a little bit of things that needs to be worked on, but it's not something that both of you cannot overcome. You really care about this person. You know exactly what you want. The spirit keeps telling me in and out circumstances and situations. LaShonda, communicate with this person on how sincere you are about the connection and what's vital and important to you to continue to move forward with this person. Ultimately, it'll allow this person to basically sit and think and reflect. At that point, this person will take you seriously. And you'll see a sense of consistency and motivation when it comes to you. Hello, Zachariah. How are you? Yeah, okay. So we have reflection, self evaluation, and rebirth, which speaks of renewal. We have realization, life change, and liberated. Okay, transformation. Then we have self doubt, confusion, and free will. Okay, doesn't mean this person is not going to be someone or somebody. They are. But yeah, communication needs to happen first. 8 of fire. Okay. And then we have organization, leadership, and structure, Lashonda. So this person will be of the emperor. And it can happen. But ultimately, just put your foot down because you have very good, pure intentions. Okay? And then this person's going to have the opportunity here to take actions with oneself here and be creative here. Yeah, we got Ace of Fire. And then we got the Lovers. And then comes planning and partnering. Okay? Because I'm getting this person being too much in their head overall whether or not they can exceed. And I'm not saying that they're not determined to exceed. They are. They're willing. Okay, because they see you. They see your motivation, your concern for this person, and the fact that you care. Zachariah, I don't mean to be mean. I don't. But if this person doesn't understand the value of how important they are to God, and they believe that just taking their life away, then they really don't care about who they are and what they need to do to turn their life around for the better. Jase, your question, Jase, but also thank you, Spirit. They were so used to a way, Zachariah, they were so used to a way of living and being. And usually when people have a high standard way of living and they just fall down to the ground, they don't usually know how to really pick themselves up because of dependency. To the extent where they'll possibly maybe cry wolf and try to see if another person can come and pick up the pieces. And because you're probably not giving this person the day or time, they believe for some reason that nothing really can come of this, nothing can really be justified on their end, that there's no one that loves them or supports them, or no one that believes that they can do better for themselves here. Thank you, Spirit. So, if you believe for some reason that this person might harm themselves in any way possible, then at least just be there, uplift them, and communicate with them, and tell them that that is not the way. Literally, it's not. Okay, Jase, I hope I'm saying the name right. Jase, your question. Just waiting on your question. Yeah, awareness, caution, and consequences. 7 of air. Okay, reassess. Okay, this person needs some sort of reassessment. Okay, for their past mistakes. Okay, and they are becoming a little bit of melodrama on their end, causing some sort of stir or drama initially here, so that you know. I believe also too, it's just a way for this person to get to you or to get towards your attention in a sense here, so they can be able to have that time to communicate with you. Um, so they could also be reassessing how they come towards you, how they communicate with you. Um, there is caution and there is awareness, but it doesn't mean that you don't have the capability of talking to this person and just making sure that they are okay. So use your discernment, okay, um, on whether you know if this person is just reassessing how they want to come towards you to get your attention, or if this person is really ill to the extent where they do want to give up their lives. So recuperate and contemplate, okay, and meditate, because I do believe sometimes it could be an overall distraction. All right. Mary Love, just donate if you want. And there is a goal above collectors, okay? If you are new, there is a goal right there above. So if you want to go ahead and support the live, it doesn't, go ahead. You're wondering as well, Dase, okay. Hello, 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 Unified. So you just want to know what's coming in for you, and you are wondering what is coming in for you. Thank you, Spirit. Got it. Okay. So, Jossie, I'm not sure if you know, God watches everyone, and God's very well aware of what you're doing. You have a heart. It's like you have a tendency of putting your goals, your objectives, your subjectives on the side here to help with whatever you can and what you may and what you have towards others. Not really allowing yourself to give yourself time here, um, to exceed. I'm getting for some reason too as well. Even though you've helped so many people out of your heart, people do have a tendency externally not to really understand why or understand you. And that they feel for some reason too that you're doing so much, but then yet nothing really gets accomplished with you because no one's really understanding the type of person that you are. You could be very free spirited. Don't ask for attention, nor do you like it, but you do like to go towards those that obviously are in need, truly in need for that. And these are, for some reason, those that cannot or are not able nor willing to receive some sort of help. You help them, you guide them. You could be telling yourself you do want to change, because you could be having some sort of internal realization about those that you have helped. And maybe possibly maybe when you walked away, you realize something after helping. It could be a sense of disadvantage, not understanding why you helped them, or feeling for some reason stuck or stagnated or manipulated in a sense, okay? But now you want to achieve something because for some reason you felt a bit discontent because you're seeing everyone achieving their accomplishments, achieving their goals. No sense of recognition for you at all, even though you've helped with everything that you could and you can, and the little bit that you may have had, no one really acknowledged. It's like a lot of self-sacrifice. And I'm not too sure if you did it because of validation, but Spirit is saying you did it because it just came out of you, your heart here. And getting tired. You're tired and weighed down and drained. I don't know how many times you're broken down already. No one really understands you. A need for travel, a need for nature. Um, that's just your spirit. That's who you are. Yeah, you want to transform your life. All right. I believe that, spirit is with you on that. They probably guided you to release. Um, it's like God saying enough is enough, you know. Um, like a freedom bird, like just freedom, you know. You don't like to be controlled initially here. But yeah, release, okay? And a revelation, the moon, Pisces energy, okay? And following your intuitions, because now you're having a sense of realization when it comes to these illusions, right? And fairness is coming towards you here. Not really karma, but dharma, it's coming back around. Because everything that you've given of yourself, and it doesn't have to be necessarily financially, it's the things that you have done for people that they have not acknowledged and taken advantage of, to the extent where for some reason they considered it to be a weakness and pressed on you pretty hard here. So you're very confident and passionate and very creative, okay? But you're also motivated, and you become an enthusiast at times, right? Excited for seeing somebody accomplish something, that gives you a sense of excitement. Or if you were part of that accomplishment, you're excited either way. Yeah, the Chariot, Cancer energy shows recognition and victory and willpower to exceed and change on your behalf here. Yeah, I know you've witnessed a lot of egotistical circumstances around you. Um, Probably even heard of that in your ear, um, and a sense of dependency, or material factors, and that's not you at all. So just continue to focus on yourself and steer away from those at this point in time. Um, and don't give no sense of explanation when you do have goals, just accomplishment. Accomplish them, thank you, Spirit, and just do it. Don't let nothing distract you or hold you down. And really protect your heart because you have a very beautiful heart. Okay, Addie, is it still grateful? Is the you sit on? You could not pull the site up to liking. Oh, okay, Mimi. All right, so I'm going to, I'll go into the edit profile before I end it and put the site back up again. That's so odd that you're not able to get into the site. Thank you, user. Hi, Ari. You're welcome, love. Should go forward with a job. Keva. Kia, is it? Yes, right? Shia. Oh, Shia. Go for it. Is there a request for further help? A request for a change or further help? Very competitive. That place is competitive. That's possibly maybe why you're asking me. Because you're very humble. You're not competitive at all. It's like that place is very challenging. It's a competitive area, a competitive spot. Everyone's trying to sustain and maintain there, and it's becoming quite difficult. They need people. Okay, so they are. They're in need. Thank you, Ari. So they need people, but it's not the people. It's the level of understanding and respect. And you're very humble. You don't want to get into something that you're going to have a difficult time being in. You're okay where you're at, but it's not enough for you. Okay, Kaya. So we're saying yes, but you can go forward with a job, but just focus on yourself here. If nothing initially is being requested of you, of a question that has to do relatively or related to the job, then stay to yourself and just continue to maintain and be focused. Be focused, be aware too as well of your surroundings and what you do in the open or what you verbally indicate or state. If you do need help initially here, just request that help and that's it. There's a lot of people there. It's like very competitive that are trying to maintain that position, overall positions in a sense here, and it's becoming quite difficult. But I do believe for some reason, I'm not sure, Spirit initially was telling me some sort of referred or help um, on your behalf needed, maybe because you're very organized, very humble in a sense, but also very understanding, um, very sensitive too. And I do believe that's why Spirit is saying to just focus on yourself if it has nothing relatively to do with work. Because I do see you wanting to succeed and exceed, because I mean in that company you can grow, you can change positions. Right. You're very playful and loving, huh? Don't open up too easily to people. Okay? You are sensitive, playful, and loving. You're very balanced. And you have goals, you have visions. Planning, partnering in progress. So the hermit, and this is why you're possibly maybe in introspection mode here, okay, reflecting based off of the past, the experiences overall too, as well, okay. With the hermit, Virgo energy, two of fire, okay, planning, partnering in progress. So this is why I said you may have been told or referred, or someone seeing you as a good person for it, if anything, and that's why you're possibly asking yourself, should you go forward with it? Maybe because of a lot of let goes or controversies or conflicts in a sense here, but yeah, someone may have seen you here with the three of fire, that you're very goal oriented here and that you have visions, right? You see further ahead here, and you know that you can be able to expand within the job. Three of fire, okay. And then two of earth, you're very playful, but prioritize that, okay, and balance yourself. So yeah, focus on just that. um, and just be careful what, if anybody is too open with you, that has nothing to do relatively with work, because they can use that against you. Thank you, Ari. If you have a question, please indicate it down below, okay. POS 123, love reading. Denise. Collective, just make sure you're being supportive towards the live, okay. Ari. Well, Terry ever want to open the company or is he playing games? Hmm. Ari, were you doing it at first yourself? Were you opening it first yourself? And you believed that you needed help to have it open. So before you did anything or believed that you needed to do something in a sense here, if this person particularly already was aware and known already about the company initially. Mm, got it. Nothing gets done the right way unless you do it. It's okay to have partnership, but Spirit is saying if it was you initially that had the idea, understood if it's a large investment, that's fine. But if you want things done correctly, trust yourself when it comes to things like that, matters like that. Just on your protection side. I'm seeing this person very ecstatic, they're very excited. It could also be this person also being aware and cautious when it comes to large investments like that. So you've been waiting, huh? You both are mirroring one another. Very established, both of you, and capable to exceed. But if both of you want to see some sort of growth, and successes. It's okay to work with one another. So this person does want to partner up with you. They just also want to be secure, and they're very cautious about doing these things. And this is possibly why you may have not received just yet that, direct answer that you're looking for. Perhaps primarily the same thing with you. I'm not saying that it's not going to be done, but before anything gets executed, there has to be some sort of security between the both of you. And communication is key on where both of you stand, and some sort of sense of entitlement for both of you to continue when it comes to both of your communication, relationship, and trust. Because if not, the ending won't be good. Always secure yourself. It's okay to trust this person for now. And it will be okay to trust this person continuously, as long as both of you know where you both stand when it comes to these investments. And both of you have a sense of security within oneself, mind, and soul. Enough for you to be able to sleep at night. Not that you do. The same for the other person. But yes, to answer your question, yes. Spirit's just saying to do the right thing. And you know exactly what's that. So let's clarify. Yeah, adjustments need to be made. Okay, Ace of Air. Then comes communication. Then comes inspiration, which is both of you collaborating when it comes to your investments. New ideas, if anything. Okay. Belonging, right, learning and tradition, wise counsel. Ace of Air. Transformation and a sense of freedom between you two, not control or who has what objectively. You're well respected and you're very knowledgeable. And the same goes for this person. So one of you are, inspirational and charismatic. And the other one's very respected and knowledgeable. King of Fire, King of Air. Release, endings, transformation, belonging, learning, and traditions, wise counselor. You guys are wise, both of you. Ace of Air, inspiration, communication, and adjustments are needed. And then we have obviously the King of Fire, like I said, and King of Air. Okay? And here comes that freedom, okay, and recovery of the mind, right? And it speaks of ending of lack or worry, okay, and the need for assistance all the time. 10 of Air and 5 of Earth, okay? So 10 of Air and 5 of Earth. That way, both of you can be very focused, detail-oriented, and very educational, by the way, okay? After all that is done, both of you are going to be in that release feeling or 8 of Earth type of feeling here, okay? And have the initiation of one mind, soul, body, emotion, you name it, to continue to move forward. Okay. It's always protection. Always. That's what's needed. Security, protection. And then you will see. You'll feel a sense of relief. But primarily protection for you first. You guys are business people. You got it. You're welcome. Thank you, Monique. Sion, a decision you're waiting for, huh? I like that name too, by the way. Okay. Decision. Now I can understand why it's weighing heavy on your mind and you're feeling a sense of tension. Because this is a serious decision that's going to either affect or bloom your future moving forward. Some sort of move, opposition, an opposite notion of what was indicated. This is why you're so cautious, Sion. This is not a decision that only you should be. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Because there's other people involved. It's including not just you. Support, tend to, that you care for. That's most of your worry and concern before you actually make this decision. Because you're not just thinking of you. But at the end of the day, we have to be selfless. So there's something that was said that made you think overall whether or not you wanted to make this decision. And it's causing you to think otherwise. Sion, no. Hopefully you're reading between the lines when it comes to a decision being made. If there's some sort of initial, too quick of a pass, too quick of enforcement, someone wanting you like right away, not even saying take your time, then something's not right. Follow your instincts and your intuition. Don't dodge from it. Spirit keeps telling me trickery or like manipulation. Not reading through the fine lines when it comes to some sort of decision that you need to make here. Something that you need to take a further look at. Sion. Yeah, because there's avoidance here. Making sure that you're not as confused. Trying to avoid that confusion in a sense, Sion. Indecision. Two of air. I don't know if someone's trying to internally deceive your self-esteem, bring it down, because there's some sort of recognition and success about you. Six of fire. An assessment is needed. Further review is needed. You're very determined and intellectual, but I believe that there's someone that's trying to, I don't know if it's lying you or something. because you're very organized and responsible. You can take charge. Yeah, patience. But there's someone who's not patient because they're so determined. Mm, yeah, Queen of Air. Knight of Air. Knight of Earth. Organized, responsible, and supportive. Success, recognition, and self esteem is needed. Six of Fire. And assessment and patience in order to invest in something. That's needed. Seven of Earth. So be careful of other people trying to either manipulate, get in the way, wanting to start something new and fresh with you initially here without you receiving full information. Okay. Hi, Miss Cassie. How are you? Thank you, Sarita, for the heart. You're welcome, Sion. Okay, Mimi. Claudia, I believe it's more than one. More than one. But I believe that most of all, because I'm getting, it's like four things perhaps in front of the profile, Mimi. Because this person is simple, but a sense of humor, laughter, eyes, your lips, your smile, and something else, but I can't say that in public. Bubbly, like a bubbly type of character, a very bubbly side of you. So, yeah, it's more than just one, but this person's pretty peculiar, but they love to have very laugh moments with you. Um, and it's always your smile, laughter that goes with the smile, along with your eyes. This person admires your eyes, um, but something else, but I won't indicate that, not in public. Okay? Stop laughing, it's not funny, silly. I'll tell you that later. Oh, that part was funny? Oh, okay. You're fine. All right. Let me. Thank you, Spirit. Ah, Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. What's going on, my Aquarius collectives? Hopefully, I have Aquarius in here. Spirit's like Aquarius. Yeah, why? Because my Aquarius is you guys are the star. That's why. Let's talk to you all. Gosh, dominatrix. I don't know why I got that. I got dominatrix, but very silent, very silent. Most of my Aquariuses are so private, perhaps here on what they do. A sense of initial internal excitement to make something happen. I don't know. I'm getting Aquariuses. I'm getting sneaky link, sneaky, but not in a bad way. And this is for most of my Aquariuses, not all of you, because some of my Aquariuses, you're going through a time of mourning initially. Okay, this doesn't have to do with a family. Okay, it could be an animal, it could be a dog, it could be something possibly maybe that you have lost that was very near to you and dear to you, right? But also mournful, not just in the sense of obviously really losing someone, right? It could be, a wake up call, perhaps, a need for change, the drive that's in you, ultimately here on starting something up, building something, or possibly maybe wanting to build something with someone. There might have been some sort of loss of connection. Aquarius is okay, so you want to get backtrack onto things here ultimately. And usually, my Aquarius is, you like routine at times, but then there's times that you're free spirited in the sense here, right? There are times you usually just don't want to be bothered or possibly maybe not talk to people in the sense, and you don't want to be so rude or mean. And I believe Aquarius is you're working on that verbalization, that sense of communication in a sense here. Not saying that it's not going to happen, but it's like you want to open up more to people, right? Initially, there's some sort of drive within you, Aquarius, is that you feel the need to help or be of and help, and that you've always been helping, right? But it hurts. It hurts because I feel like for some reason, it's like you had to buy to support requests of help. Like you had to do something to receive ultimately some sort of acknowledgement or communication, right? Um, and you could, for some reason, Aquarius, you could be self-acknowledging. Could it have been a multitude of times where you had this quick spur about yourself when it came to your attitude? Was it the fact that you just maybe may have said specific things, right, that could have caused some sort of painful, either painful ending or an ending that you did not want to initialize? It just happened, right? And it could have been really ultimately in your head here on how you can talk to someone or come to someone again. Some sense of realization. And sorry for those Aquariuses that may have lost something. Okay? Literally, I'm sorry. Okay? And that something could have been part of you for years. I'm so sorry. Okay? Thank you, praise for you now. I love that. And thank you, Father, too, as well, right? Let's give praise to God, right? I know a lot of people ask me, why? Why for readings you praise God? Why not? God is so powerful. God gives you that. He gives you that knowledge. He gives you that knowing. And it's just truth. It's truth within yourselves here. And if you have faith and you believe, trust me, like I said, and I'm going to continue saying, the tools are within each and every one of you. You just have to really be in tune and connected with God. You see yourself struggling and suffering. Remember what God had to do. God also suffered tremendously. And get connected. It's a beautiful relationship, I tell you that much. Okay. I see you, Vicky. Thank you, Monique. Okay, Isabella. All right. Let's see what else is going to happen for my Aquariuses. Yeah, this is a strategic move, but you believe that it's necessary. It's beautiful because a lot of my Aquariuses could be ultimately either in an awe feeling and a shock feeling, possibly maybe. There's been a lot of changes for my Aquariuses here. Um, and you're just feeling like you want to go with the flow of things because you're actually seeing the truth for what it is, right? You could have been in your conscious mind instead of your subconscious ultimately. A lot of you really want to settle down in a sense here, so have something to to steer the wheel and to continue to motivate objectively here. Aquarius is nature cold, so some sort of um, just something you want to do. And Aquarius is you always have this sense of fun within you, right? But you're very picky when it comes to your people, your circle, okay? Even if your circle is just you, literally. But Aquarius says you don't want that. That's fine. So you're really working on oneself here to have the capability to come forth towards maybe possibly maybe more than one person ultimately, right? But right now it's just you focusing on you ultimately here to continue to exceed. Um, your objectives is to work on your inner selves. When it comes to receiving communication, how are you responsive ultimately? And I'm not saying career wise because Aquarius is you're very intellectual. You love to help others. If others, if you're seeing that motivation within someone else, you don't like just helping just to help, and nothing's being done, or a sense of laziness ultimately, or you feel like someone's just not getting it. Obviously, you still help. You don't judge, but you could be comparing something here. You could be telling yourself, Aquarius, is I'm very good at communication. I'm very good at helping people at work. What's going on with the socialization side? What is wrong with me, right? Um, but you like your space. You love your space, and Aquarius says you love nature. I don't know. People don't really see it that way, but you do. Especially when it comes to water, sand, beach, palms, you name it. Anything that speaks to you of being sensual and livelihood, where you can be able to be free of yourself here and be able to communicate, but you do want that sense of internal compassion. um, but you're noticing that you've always protected yourself because you always felt the need to protect yourself. um, but you could have had this realization that maybe you was being too hard on yourself, and that could have stopped you from your blessings ultimately here too. And if it's not just too hard on yourselves, it's possibly maybe doing just way too much to an extent that you didn't care ultimately here, whether it made someone feel uncomfortable or comfortable. You lose, right? You snooze. I gain, I lose. What's the problem, right? Because you guys are free, like a free mind, free soul, you know? But that's what you're working on, Aquarius is, okay? The verbalization and how you're going to come forward towards people when they start talking to you, or if you meet new people. Um, you have a wonderful ear. You're very observant and you're very smart. You pick up on, um, I don't want to say the actual word, but you just pick on things that, you have to think twice about until you actually make an answer, a decision for yourselves here. Yeah, you're taking action, Aquarius. It's okay. You may be seeing this from somebody here, okay, that's basically very creative, or it could just be you in general. But I mean, come on, Aquarius, is most of you really know yourself, literally, right? It's always up to another person to want to have the desire and the will to really get to know you and take it easy down a notch. For some reason, Aquarius is you get very attractive to fiery people that carry fire signs or that have fire in their chart, because you can see the potential in them. You can see the hope, for and the desire of a need of change, perhaps, right? You can also sense when someone's lost, like literally lost, like they don't know whether they're coming or going. I'm sorry, for real. Okay. And I don't know why Aquarius says you attract those that are very shy for some reason too. The ones that people have a hard time talking to, you know how to present yourself to them. hmm And those that obviously are fiery, but I don't know. I don't know, you do something that puts them in their place, if that's the case. Like you don't hold back. And sometimes they could be initially upset about that because they probably thought something else about you. But instead of actually coming towards you and asking you and communicating with you on something, they take action initially because they see you of one mind, of free soul, free spirit, you know? So they think initially that you're okay with something, and then they find out later you're not. Hmm. Okay, so wishes, dreams, and happiness. All right, and then which is nine of water. Okay, so when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to your dreams, your wishes, like I said, you're educating yourself on that. Okay, and you're staying very focused and diligent, especially when it comes to work issues, matters. Okay, but yeah, you have the opportunity, you have the desire, the drive is there. Okay, to get these wishes implemented. Okay, and it does speak of action. It speaks of action, but you know, there sometimes there is that concern where you have to, like, you know, be precautious, take caution. And that's just a worry mindset, okay? Because you are an air sign. You guys are overthinkers, Aquarius, literally, ultimately, okay? Um, there could be a lack, okay? They could be worrying because you won't know the outcome, you know? But you don't mind having the drive and the desire, okay, for change, perhaps. But you are working on yourself right now. And like I said, other of my praises, my condolences if you lost someone or something, perhaps like an animal or that was very close to you, or when it comes to family too as well, it's very close to you. Um, okay, so we got 10 of air, endings, recovery, and freedom. Okay, and then we got ace of fire, opportunity, creative, and action. Okay, and then your nine of water, which is your wishes, dreams, and happiness. Okay, and eight of earth, which is basically focused, detailed, oriented, obviously, and educational. Okay, you may want somebody like that too as well. You could be thinking of someone with eight of earth. And then comes your worry and lack and a need for assistance. Maybe, you know, for instance, you might have put someone to a test, or also you might have spoken to someone to put someone to a test. Because Aquarius is sometimes you're like that. Okay, you're very knowledgeable. You're one step ahead, even though for some reason people think that you're not. It's just you're quiet about your stuff. You're quiet about your goals, your needs. Literally, okay. Most of my Aquariuses, they love their sense of privacy. Okay, knowledgeable, objective, and respected. Okay, King of Air. And here comes the innovative, charismatic, and inspirational King of Fire. That's the energy that's going to be coming as Aquarius if it's not within you yet. Okay, you could be also looking at someone like that. All right. Hi, Frenchie. I'm wonderful. How are you? And then we have Monique. Does M have feelings for me? Am I going to be moving house before Christmas, Vicky? Just writing down the names real quick. Give me a sec. Let's start with you, Vicky. Hmm. Vicky, okay. Spirit is saying mid-November, November, November. And I keep getting a consistent message saying mid-November, November. And it obviously it is before Christmas, yes, or before even Christmas comes. And I don't really think you want to be dealing with any circumstances and situations in the month of December, anyways. Um, big family, big family. Action is going to speed up the process here before December. Routine, tradition, planning. You may have rested or taken the time to initiate some sort of relaxation for yourself, Vicky, because too much is going to end up happening like right away, where you feel like you're not going to have any sense of internal relaxation or one mind or mind of peace, because there's decisions ultimately that are coming ahead of you here that you have to make, and it's not resulting in you, it's what's connected to you. And things are going to start. January is going to be a busy month for you. It's like you looked before that month. You looked and looked and looked. Received support, options, opinions, a sense of communication. Whether you needed that time here to make some sort of initial decision for yourself on what's best. You could be like a lead or a mentor or someone that, not even just a family, look up to you here, well respected. You could be connected to someone that's established and very supportive. Yeah, both of you are excited. Fulfillment and faith, inspired, intelligent, and determined. You do have an emperor. You have someone that is successful. There was doubt because of change and the free will, whether or not to move forward. But you are now organized, leadership, and structured. Yeah. This started in the current past, looking, speed, multitasking, doing so much here. Dependency. That's why there was confusion. It's like someone had a hard time asking or requesting initially here for help to move forward so that there won't be no confusion between the both of you. And this needed to happen. Reassessments needed to happen. Dependency when it comes to who you're connected with within the family, the world, accomplishments and completion and celebration. Yeah, this is going to happen before that. It's going to give you a chance, an opportune moment. This is something you manifested. Yeah. Contemplation and meditation, recuperation. To think to yourself when it came to so many distractions, but that you actually manifested, you actually made this work. And now, after that, the star, you're going to be inspired here to motivate yourself to fulfill the needs that are needed to be met. And it's because you have faith. Okay, Monique. You're welcome. Thank you for being patient towards the live. Um, Pedro, will my wife and feel reconcile with me soon? Let's get to Monique, and then Pedro, be patient with me, okay? And then, how does he feel about me? Why is this person feeling discontent, Monique? It's like I keep hearing him say, what happened? Meaning, did it get serious or clingy, questioning? You're very playful, bubbly, very happy in the beginning. No motives, no objectives, no questionings like that. Did it get serious? No, right? No, okay. I'm getting confusion. Oh, okay. It's vice versa. Okay, thank you, Spirit. This person's too much into their head. Could have been that this person previously had some sort of experience ultimately like that. That once it got serious, things were going to actually change. Oh, okay, that's why there's friends. That's why you guys are just friends. This person's scared. They care. They like you. They like you. It's them being in their head of how things are going to be and things are going to go with you. Because there was a previous experience with this person of someone being too attached, and that kind of like weighed down their sense of internal confidence and became very questionable to this person, um, on their whereabouts, their motives initially here, kind of lost themselves in a sense too as well, and put all their energy on this person. This person doesn't want that, nor do they want to destroy. Well, no, because then he's gonna think that you're, or like, who told you, or if you question it, like a communication in a sense where initially he doesn't be like, how did she pick that up, Um, I believe you'll get the answer, that you want. All right. He does like you. He does. He just, um, maybe he needs to heal or be of an acceptance that you're not like this person, okay? Um, and that nothing is going to change. This is what he's afraid of. If it becomes too serious, is he going to lose you? He doesn't want to lose you. He's afraid to lose you, okay? So this is why he's in his head. Because I'm like, Spirit's telling me there's confusion. And I'm like, why is there confusion? And it has to do with the fact that this person's in their head of some sort of change. Okay. It's not like this person doesn't want to move forward, but this person will rather prefer staying in that safe friendship feel, because this person knows that, you're in that bubbly, happy, and this is what this person always wanted, that companionship where someone's motivated and open enough to speak to them about anything and everything. And that can still happen. It's just they don't want to lose that friendship. They don't want to lose you. So they're putting themselves in that type of friend mindset. Um, so Spirit is saying figure out some sort of way not to really demand or enforce anything initially, but I mean you are being consistent. But obviously as an entitlement when it comes to quote unquote friends, right? How will it be once that title changes? So there has to be some sort of way of stating this to him without making him feel like you have been observing him. Because that's what Spirit is saying. Because if not, they'll push back. Okay, they will push back because they're like, "Oh, is this person in my head? Like, is this person trying to, you know?" But you will get the response from him because he does. He likes you. He does. Yes, he does. It's like he's protecting. What does he protect? Why does he protect? Well, I mean, he's overprotective of you. Yes. Yeah. See, two of water. Okay. Two of water. All right. He does. Cares about you a lot. It's just prosperity, contentment, and celebration. This person loves to celebrate with you. They like to be themselves. You see, for a fire, they're very open with you. Okay, but you're searching for something else. You're being empowered to move forward with this person, because you want a sense of fulfillment with this person. Okay, you can't see that in nobody else, right? So you're having this internal realization that you want a life change now. Here comes the rebirth and self evaluation and reflecting. And here comes the awakening because of a different perspective and mindset. Yeah, communicate. Transformation, realization, life change, and liberation. It goes deeper into that than Eight of Water, which is searching, empowerment, and fulfillment. Okay, you're being guided, and it's not for no reason. Reflection, self evaluation, and rebirth, which is a renewal. That's what you want. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's been dreaming of this. Maybe you, maybe him. If it's not you, obviously it's also him. Both of you could be mirroring one another, and you may not know it. Awakening, awakening, because of a perspective. Initially, that yes, this person is being selfless. It's because they're trying to protect what you both have. Just be yourself. Be playful. And here comes planning, partnering in progress. And I believe after you talk to him, you'll feel a sense of relief. Okay, let's see who's next. Who did I say to be patient with me? Hopefully, you're still in here. Oh, was it Pedro? Yeah, it was Pedro. Thank you for sharing the live. My wife and her to tell me soon. My readings are completely different. I really go in depth. I like to tackle um, the problem that's been ongoing for so long for all of you, to actually have an initial solution and to be straightforward and direct on which route you need to take. Your free will. Um, yes, I see. I see your question, Pedro. Um, Let me see, loves. Give me a sec. Who is Anne? Raise your hand. Anne. Hopefully, Anne, you are in here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that support. I appreciate it. Many blessings to you. But if you do have a question, Sarita, go ahead. And is it Anne or is it Sarita? I mean, I like both names either way. So let's see, Pedro. Let's go in depth with you. Okay. Thank you, Father. Well, thank you, Sarita Ann, or the other way, but Ann Sarita. It's beautiful, that name. Okay. Pedro. This is deep. Very deep. I'm feeling this other person with your person, right? I mean, oh man, depleted, drained, emotionally tired. Say one thing, do another. It's so simple. So simple. Your wife's request was so simple. What got in the way? The mouth, control, interference, distraction. She believed that this was the bond was secure, the bond was strong enough to not allow any external situation come in the way of you both. Her friend. She's depleted, she's drained, in pain, very depleted, emotionally depleted and drained. This is gonna take work, literally. The depth of love and admiration for you is beyond me. She should have not trusted anyone. Not between you two. Not to get in the way. A union, especially a wife, years together. I don't care who you are. That is sacred. That's private. I know. I know. It's one thing to say you love someone and another to actually do something about it. It's years, yes. This is what you're saying, years. We're talking about years. But the care for you, that won't ever go away. It's beyond me. Beyond me. This person, beautiful wife, I hope she knows what she's doing. The pain, it's like a trigger. It can cause trauma to her because the years of investment, the tears, the sacrifice, all that's just gonna come. It's like a moment of nostalgia. It's gonna come to the extent where she's not really gonna value tradition anymore. She's too blinded by what is trying to be foretold to her in front of her. She doesn't want to see it for what it is. And instead of protecting you two together, working on it and communicating about how things are going to be resolved with a sense of a solution, she doesn't want it. She doesn't want to see it. It's too painful. That's what Spirit is saying. So basically, she's not healing right. And she doesn't want to. She could be trying to distract herself. So you really need to communicate. It's completely up to you. With this person, besides the verbalization, because it's like it's going through one ear out the other, some sort of action should be taken. You've tried. Have you tried surprising her? I mean, I'm saying now. I'm not saying, through the years. No. For her, it's the thought that counts. But because she's so much into her emotions, she doesn't know how to accept it or control it. So you don't know where she's at. Thank you, Spirit. And this is why you're in your emotions too. And you're the one that's trying to heal. Let's see, because you might receive communication, but it's not. And this is why she's trying to ignore her emotions. This is why she's not healing right. There's interference. She has to wake up, Pedro. There's not much you can do. Some things we cannot control. She has to realize what's happening. There's interference, and there's interference for a reason. And Spirit is telling me that you weren't trying to weigh her down nor control her. You were allowing her to be her. Something got out of control. You are the protector. You have to put your foot down sometimes. I'm sorry. That doesn't mean you're controlling. And also the environment that she's around. That's not going to be beneficial to her either, nor is it going to be motivated enough for her to come towards you. She has to wake up. And I think Spirit's trying to show her something. And this is why I said what I'm saying. You're going to receive communication soon. And that's why you could be feeling the way that you're feeling. Two of Water, partnership, commitment, reconciliation. Yeah, she's waking up, awakening. And it could be the fact that maybe you're calling her the dreamer, believing. And when it comes to a sense of protection, be protective and talk to her about, yeah, look at that. She's having some sort of reflection and self evaluation, wanting a renewal because she's seeing something. And I feel, yeah, she's being empowered to fulfill something here. Yep. She's seeing something on her and on the external side. What you needed was just patience. Yep, look at her. She realized some sort of realization that she was distracted and self absorbed. It led to discontentment. I think too much partying. Way, way too much partying. So she contemplated and meditated during recuperating of what her life was looking like. This is going to give you the ability to have some sort of initiation to communicate with her and put your foot down as a man. And do it because you care. So what? You're a man. You're going to be protective and you're going to protect your wife. You don't care who's trying to come in. You're going to end up reassessing things with her. Sometimes that's what it takes. For people to wake up. All right. Namaste. Blessings to all of you. Intermission on my end. Take care, guys. I will be back on to relate another sign, hopefully. All right. Thank you, God. Thank you, Father, for giving me clarity and knowledge and understanding enough to give clarity and healing and understanding to others. And that I may continue in your strength, Father. Amen. And hopefully I get to teach those too that are depending on sorcery and cards and bones and all that material stuff. Thank you, Spirit. Take care, collectives.